Okay, here's the background. On December 31, year 1, an entity finished consultation services and accepted in exchange a promissory note. So in exchange for the service rendered, naka-receive ang entity ng promissory note. Face value, 300,000. Due date, December 31, year 4. So dahil dated yan, December 31, year 1, so effectively ang term, 3 years. Interest bearing naman, 5%. Yun nga lang, ang prevailing rate at that time, 10%. Clearly, 5 is not realistic. Below the prevailing rate. So long term, okay, go back to the summary. Long term with unrealistic rate. Walang cash price. So we'll use present value of cash flows. Now, yung measurement ng revenue, okay, generally, ang revenue, measured yan at the fair value. Fair value of the consideration received or receivable. So, kaya kunin natin yung fair value. Yun ang revenue. And that is the present value of cash flows. So, this time, yung cash flows, principal and interest. Okay? I-discount natin at 10%. So, yung present value ng cash flows, that's the fair value of the receivable. So, that's the revenue. Okay? Term, 3 years. Okay. This time, hindi given ang factor. So, kaya dapat ready ka na, ha? So, marami na tayong topics na diniscuss natin kung paano yan kinocompute. At this point, master mo na yan. So, present value of principal. 300,000 times the factor. Present value of interest. So, yung principal, single cash flow. Kaya present value of 1. At 10%, 3 periods. Okay? Now, yung interest, 300,000 times 5% times the factor. Dahil yung interest ay payable annually, so gumamit tayo ng ordinary annuity. Okay? So these are the cash flows, the principal and interest. Discounted at 10%, 3 periods. So yung present value na yan ng cash flows, yan ang fair value ng consideration receivable. So yan ang i-report as what? Revenue. Okay, so number 6, bravo. Okay, gawin nga natin ang entry. Baka puro mathematics, baka limutan ng accounting. So, journal entry. Debit, notes, receivable at face value. Bakit nga naka-receive ng note? Para sa service rendered. So, credit, service, revenue. Okay, so yung present value na yan ng cash flows, yan ang carrying amount of the note initially. Okay, ito yung maturity value niya. So, maturity amount higher than initial. The difference, discount. At yung discount na yan, i-amortize over 3 years as additional interest income. Kaya minsan, ang tawag yan sa discount, unearned interest. So, unearned kasi nga, i-amortize as interest income. Pero tayo ha, para hindi tayo nako-confuse sa mga terms na yan, pag magkaiba yung maturity at yung initial, tawagin lang nating premium or discount. Okay, tapos pag pinresent yung discount, deduction from the note receivable. Kaya notes receivable minus yung discount. So, ito yung measurement initially. Okay, next, number 7. Carrying amount, December 31, year 2. After 1 year. So, alam mo na yung technique. Ito na yon. Same format. Pero ito, December 31, year 1. After 1 year, palitan mo lang yan. Gagawin mo lang siyang 2 periods. Okay? So, yung present value ng remaining cash flows, yun na ang carrying amount. So, using the shortcut, principal. Okay? So, 2 periods remaining. Interest. Okay, so the cash flows remaining at December 31, year 2. Discounted at 10%, 2 periods. So, that's the carrying amount. Okay, at the end of year 2. So, amortized cost. Yan. So, again, wala naman ditong loss allowance. Kaya yung gross carrying amount, yun na rin ang amortized cost. So, number 7, letter C. Okay? Now, so again yung shortcut na yan, magagamit natin for convenience. Kasi nga, let's say 20 years nga, no? Yung as I mentioned earlier, kung 20 years ang term. Okay? So, tinanong ka ng carrying amount after 10 years. So, discount mo na lang yung remaining cash flows. Now, kaya lang, for journal entry purposes, okay din naman, nagagawa ka ng schedule. Kaya lang, inconvenient. Okay, so kaya lang, para lang ma-illustrate So, illustrate natin kung gagamit tayo ng schedule. So, makuha din natin yan. Okay, so this time, using the schedule just for emphasis at i-highlight na rin natin yung entries year 2. Okay, so the traditional amortization schedule. Okay, initially, that's the carrying amount. So, yung present value ng principal and interest. Effective 10, nominal 5. So, yung difference, amortization of discount. Okay, on December 31, year 2, to get effective interest, the formula, previous CA, ito yung CA previously, times 10%. The previous CA times 10% effective interest. So, pag ang question, interest income, year 2, yan ang answer. So, yan ang i-report as interest income. Nominal, face value, 300,000 times 5%. So, yung nominal interest, ito yung interest received. Yan, interest collected. So, yung difference, that's the discount amortization. Okay, effective less nominal. Okay, so gawa natin ng entries for emphasis. To record the collection of interest, debit, cash. Credit, interest income. To record amortization of discount, debit, discount on note receivable. Credit, interest income. Okay, so again, ano nga ang concept dyan? Masyadong mababa yung 5%. Unrealistic yung 5% compared dun sa prevailing na 10. So, kaya yung 15, hindi lang dapat ito yung interest. So, meron pang additional. So, ito dapat yung interest income. So, hindi makatotohanan ba? So, unrealistic yung 5%. So, may additional. And, ano nga ang effect ng discount amortization? Increase in carrying amount. Kaya the previous CA plus the discount amortization. So, that's the carrying amount on December 31, year 2. Okay. Notice, may konti lang difference dun sa ating na-compute using the shortcut. Okay. So, ang reason dyan, rounding. Naka-round up kasi yung ating factors. Kaya expect mo yung may konting difference. Okay. So, again advisable na may schedule pag entry na ang usapan. O kaya, I suggest din na gawa ka ng schedule kapag hindi nagko-coincide yung accounting tsaka yung note year. So, for allocation purposes. Pero kung carrying amount lang naman ang tanong, so shortcutin mo na. Present value of cash flows. So, again this will help us. Okay, a lot. Okay, pag ang topic, notes and bond.